Hey, what's up everybody? Wes here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the Nest Yale lock. Basically what it does, it makes your front or back door a smart lock that you can open with your phone using the Nest app or the keypad. It's going to utilize your existing hardware, so no need to change your doorknob, but we will be taking off this deadbolt to get this thing completely installed. So here's everything out of the box. We'll jump right into it. First up is the Nest Connect range extender that plugs into the wall. There's also a QR code on the back that you'll scan to do setup once you're ready to go. Next up is your external keypad that you'll use to open the door from the outside. And then you've got your internal portion here. This is your main deadbolt that you can turn manually just to lock or unlock the door from inside. And then your striker plate as well as the latching mechanism and associated hardware. So to get started, just simply remove these two screws from your deadbolt hardware. Make sure that you're in the unlocked position and then remove the faceplate for your knob. I'm not going to keep any of this hardware, so I'm just going to toss it aside. Those two screws also hold in your lock portion here. Just chunk that, keep it if you need to. Next up, we're going to remove the striker plate with these two screws, and that's going to release the whole latching mechanism from the door. So that should have been easy enough. That was step one, just to get all your hardware off the main door. The next step is going to be to remove the striker plate from the inside of the door. I think you could probably use your old striker plate, but it recommends using the one that comes in the kit. And the kit also comes with these longer screws, and I highly recommend doing that. These little small ones I took into my door could have been kicked in easily. You can hear it actually going a little bit deeper into the wood here, and that's going to make that deadbolt a lot more secure if someone was to try to break into the house. So next we'll get our latching mechanism in place, and if you'll notice on the front of it here, it shows you which side is up. It's imprinted on it, so just install it in that fashion and we'll get it in place. If your latch is anything like mine, you'll see that it's a little too short. We want this black hole in the middle to be in the center of our hole, and if yours is like this, it's no problem. Just pull it out. There's a little latch on the bottom here where my thumb is. Just push that in and give it a pull, and it's going to put you into the right specs. Put it back into place, and you'll see that we're right in the middle of the cutout, and we're ready to move on to the next step. Just reinstall the screws to secure it. Give your door a close, and I'm using a flathead screwdriver just to make sure my latch is going to work. Looks like everything's going smoothly. Next up, we'll take our keypad with the cable on the back and fish that cable just underneath our latching mechanism and kind of get it installed into the door loosely. Hopefully you'll have someone there to hold it. I'm filming, so I'm just going to have to leave this hanging. And then you'll see here on our next plate, there's a cable hole, and we're going to take that and put our cable right through that. And then there's two bars here that are going to go right through our latching mechanism into the back of the keypad. And then that's going to hold everything into place. But we're going to have to use some of the screws that came with our kit. There's three different options here. This one's a little too long, but you'll want to grab one that's the right thickness of your door, so that's not obviously wider than your door. I wound up using the little gold ones, and they fish right through the plate that we just installed, through the latching mechanism, and into the back of the keypad, and then just get those screwed down nice and securely. Just be careful not to over tighten and strip the screws out, otherwise snug is fine. After that, we're going to take our main locking mechanism and get it hooked into the cable from the keypad. There's a little hook here, you'll notice it's for cable management after we get it installed. So just get it clicked into place. Once it's securely in, take your cable and just put it right up underneath that hook, and that's going to kind of help keep things flush once we get ready to install it to the plate. Now that we're all hooked up and ready to go, take the little supplied tool. There's a part here that just pops off for the batteries. Really it's just like a little latch there, so we're just pushing it down, and then that's going to expose two holes that we're going to use to mount to the actual lock plate, and these are supplied screws that come with the kit. It's these little black screws here. But first what we're going to do is get our cable kind of pushed into the back, and then take that center metal piece and push it right through the latching mechanism. That's going to be what allows the deadbolt to work from the inside. And then once we get it snapped into place, just take those two little small screws, and again, don't over tighten them, but just kind of get this snugged up into place, and that's going to secure this to our exterior keypad. So you can see the screws there in place. Next up is just to add batteries. You can see it's already trying to talk to me here now that it's got power. We'll get the cover put back on, and then we'll go ahead and get this thing set up. And here's just a quick look at it all put together. I've got my plastic piece on here. I'll peel it off. We'll go ahead and punch the Yale lock and get it started.
Start by creating the master code. It should be 4 to 8 digits long. Then press the check to continue.
And in this video, I'm not going to get into the nuts and bolts of actually connecting your software. It's super easy. The next thing you'll do is take your Nest Connect here and get it plugged into the wall, and then just use the app to get everything connected to your Wi-Fi. Once you do that, you can just go to your door here within the Nest app, hold the button here, and it'll lock it for you once you hit lock. And just likewise, once you've got it locked up, just hold it again to unlock it. Honestly, this lock really couldn't be any easier to use. It's just as simple as holding a lock or unlock, or using the keypad on the outside, which I'll show you in just a minute. But again, we have everything connected through the Nest app. I've also got a couple of cameras in the thermostat. So being that I already had these Nest products, I'm using this lock here was a natural choice for us. If you're leaving and need to lock the door manually, just hit the Yale button. You'll hear the deadbolt going in and a chime to confirm that it's locked. Just to show you here that we are locked up, and then we'll open it also. To open it, hit the Yale lock again and punch in your 4-digit code, and then just hit the check button, and you'll hear the deadbolt opening, hear the ding, and it confirms that it's open, and you're back inside. Once you're inside, you can just use this latch manually. Just use it to lock it or unlock it. But anytime you do this, it actually registers it within the app and shows you that your door was locked or unlocked at a certain time.
Privacy mode is off. Press and hold to turn it on. Privacy mode is on.
So in a nutshell, what privacy mode is it disables the exterior keypad, so those that you may have given the code to, such as contractors, neighbors, or friends, can't enter, but those family members who are part of your Nest app or anybody that has the app can access the door that way. So this is just an extra feature that's available just in case you need to use it. Now, this lock is a little bit pricey. You can see it here on Amazon. I've got a link below, but it's got awesome reviews, and I can give you a great personal review. Again, we've been using this for a few months, and I really wish I'd have put something like this in years earlier just because it's so convenient. But if you have any questions about this product or about the install, definitely leave those in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to help answer any questions that you may have. But in the meanwhile, I really appreciate you tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next video. All right, peace.